There is one question that society has pondered for the past 20 or so years. No one has been able to identify the true answer until today. Who is the Queen of Disney Channel? There are so many different answers and so many different opinions on this question, but today we are doing a deep dive to figure out who should hold that title. In this video, I'm going to be going through every single contender, going through each of their careers in the Disney Channel to determine who has the best resume to be crowned the Queen of Disney Channel. Now let's set some ground rules before we start. I will only be talking about each person's career within the Disney Channel. Any movie that they did during Disney Channel that is not affiliated with Disney Channel will not count. It's also not including people's careers before and after Disney Channel. It's only within their period on the channel. I think that's the most fair way to go about it. Let's get into it. Starting off with someone that I think a lot of people forget about. Christy, Carlson, Romano.
Hey, what's up? It's Christy, Carlson, Romano. You're watching Disney Channel.
She is kind of the OG Disney Channel actress. Why do I say this? I think a lot of people consider Hilary Duff the OG of Disney Channel, but Christy Carlson Romano was on the Disney Channel basically like a year before Hilary Duff was on, and she was on the biggest television program on Disney Channel, Even Stevens at the time. And looking back at her resume of her on the Disney Channel, she was a frequent player in the game. So Christy was obviously one of the main characters on Even Stevens. She also voiced Kim Possible in Kim Possible. She was also one of the main characters in the Disney Channel original movie Cadet Kelly with Hilary Duff. Her impact on Disney Channel, I think, goes a bit unnoticed. For those that do not know, Even Stevens was the television program on the Disney Channel that first had a musical episode where the characters would sing. And the success of that episode, especially with Christy's singing performance, really catapulted Disney Channel into wanting to do more musical episodes, more musical shows, and movies. Christy was also featured in several Disney-related music album releases, but never had any solo projects. So Christy made her debut on the Disney Channel in 2000, and the show ended in 2003. So what I'm calling that is a 3-year run on the Disney Channel. She was the voice of Kim Possible for longer than that, but I don't want to include voice work on this video because I don't really think people were watching Kim Possible for the fact that Christy was voicing Kim Possible. And later down the line, I will be talking about Ashley Tisdale, and the exact same sentiment will be for that too. No one was really watching Phineas and Ferb because Ashley Tisdale was voicing Candace. Moving on to what I think most people think is the OG, and who I would call the Britney Spears of Disney Channel.
Duff from Lizzie McGuire, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Oh, it's mouse ears.
Yeah, it's mouse.
Oh.
There you go.
So Hilary Duff had her breakthrough on Lizzie McGuire in 2001. It was a hit from the get-go, and in one of my previous videos that I'll just link here, I talk about how Hilary Duff was almost used by the Disney Channel as a Britney clone, because at that point in time, Britney was the biggest thing on earth, and then right around that time, they create a character and a program about a girl next door that is really sweet, that happens to now be releasing music outside of the show. She kind of, has that Britney look. It was, in my opinion, a stunt by Disney to have their own Britney. Besides the Lizzie McGuire television program, she also had the Lizzie McGuire movie, but that was not on the Disney Channel. That was in an in-theater release. And also Cadet Kelly. From the start of Lizzie McGuire to the end of Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff was only on the Disney Channel for 3 years and 1 month. That's quite a short amount of time considering the status that Hilary Duff has with the Disney Channel. Within her stay on the Disney Channel, she also released 2 albums. The first, Santa Claus Lane. She released a Christmas album before anything else, which is iconic behavior. Secondly, she released Metamorphosis in 2003, which is very kind of pop rock, Avril Lavigne inspired. That album was very successful. Come Clean became the single for Laguna Beach. Why Not was also on that album. It was a very successful album. She definitely left her mark on the Disney Channel. Everyone still knows who Hilary Duff is. I'm sure people that haven't even seen Lizzie McGuire know who Hilary Duff is. That's her impact. Moving on to someone that I don't think people recognize as a Disney Channel girl, because she's not a Disney Channel girl. But I want to quickly talk about Lindsay Lohan. because although her debut was on The Parent Trap, and then she also had movies like Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, Herbie, Freaky Friday, they were all Disney pictures, but they weren't on the Disney Channel. Lindsay Lohan had a Disney Channel original movie called Get a Clue in 2002. That's her only showing on the Disney Channel, but I just wanted to put her in this category because she was, I guess what you could say, a Disney Channel affiliate. People group her in as a Disney girl, but she's not a Disney Channel girl. But I feel like, she still had her little stunt on the channel, so I'm putting her in here almost like a footnote. She's not the queen of Disney Channel. Moving on to Lindsay Lohan's co-star in Get a Clue, Brenda Song.
Hi, I'm Brenda from Phil of the Future. You're watching Disney Channel.
Brenda Song has had one of the longest stints on Disney Channel. Her resume is long.
I grew up on Disney. Like literally, my first big project was The Ultimate Christmas Present. And ever since then, I feel like I've never looked back.
Get a Clue in 2002 had a recurring character role in Phil of the Future. She then had one of the main roles in Stuck in the Suburbs in 2004. Then she landed the role of London Tipton in 2005 for The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and The Sweet Life on Deck as it continued on. She also had the main role in Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior. She also did voice acting in American Dragon, Jake Long. She was also the spokesperson for Disney's Friends for Change, so not only was she featured in the television programs and movies, she was also within the ad breaks. That's how frequent she was on. And majorly, I want to talk about Disney's Pass the Plate.
Remember, no matter how big the world might seem, we all come together when we pass the plate. It's not my plate, you f***ing bitch! Go to disneychannel.com/passtheplate.
That's not my f***ing plate!
Pass the Plate was a moment. Everybody remembers Pass the Plate. It was I can still remember the foods that people were eating on Pass the Plate. It was a fantastic little ad break segment, and Brenda Song contributed to that. She also played a character called Amber in That's So Raven. It was a really, really minor role, but I want to bring this up because not only was she featured in another show as a guest star, but then later on when they did a crossover episode with That's So Raven and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, London Tipton was in that. So that's kind of like a conflict in the universe, right? Does London Tipton have a twin? Is Amber London Tipton? We will never know. Another fun fact that I found out from researching this is that Brenda Song got admitted into Harvard University at the age of 15 to 16, but turned down Harvard because she wanted to play London Tipton. Isn't that amazing? So from the beginning of Brenda Song being on the Disney Channel, starring in Get a Clue in 2002, to the end of Sweet Life on Deck in 2011, Brenda Song was on the Disney Channel for 9 years, almost. And now she is the main character in Disney Channel's Amphibia that started in 2019, but we're not going to talk about voice roles. Another fun fact about Brenda Song, when she was contracted into doing Wendy Wu Homecoming Warrior, the movie started off by being called Kenny Lu, and Brenda Song's character was going to be the monk character that knew martial arts. Earlier on in production, the team quickly realized, let's make Kenny Lu Wendy Wu, and she became the main character because she is that girl. She is a contender. She is a contender for queen. Moving on to someone that I think a lot of people think is the queen of Disney. But we need to go through it first to actually establish this. And I'm talking about...
Hi, I'm Raven from That's So Raven, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Properly pronounced Raven-Symoné. Thank you, RuPaul. She was a character in Xenon back in 1999. Then later on, she got the starring role in That's So Raven, which, fun fact, used to be called Absolutely Psychic. When they filmed the pilot, Raven was the best friend character in that show, and test audiences basically said, we like her more than the actual main character from the pilot, and then they rewrote it and said, okay, Raven, you're the main character now. We're even going to change the name to That's So Raven. That's how big of a star you are. Beyond That's So Raven, Raven also had the lead role in The Cheetah Girls playing Galleria, and also Cheetah Girls 2. The Cheetah Girls was promoted a lot, and that is something to speak to because she was practically the main vocalist of the Cheetah Girls. She also voiced Monique on Kim Possible, and also Angel on The Proud Family. By the time That's So Raven ended in 2007, Raven had been with the channel for 8 years. But then in 2017, the Disney Channel decided, let's make a show called Raven's Home. And that is still running to this day.
Hi, I'm Raven-Symoné from Raven's Home, and you're watching Disney Channel.
So in total, Raven has been on the Disney Channel for at least 13 years. On top of that, Raven-Symoné signed to Hollywood Records and released an album called This Is My Time in 2004. So Raven-Symoné, she left an impact and she is a strong contender for the Queen of Disney Channel. Moving on to two women that I think are forgotten a lot. Aly and AJ. I think a lot of people just think of Aly and AJ as singers, but they are also actresses. Sure, they've got Potential Breakup Song and Like Whoa that were heavily promoted on the Disney Channel. Like Whoa was attached to Minutemen, the Disney Channel original movie, and Potential Breakup Song was just played between the ad breaks incessantly, and it's still a fantastic song. I think a lot of people forget that Aly and AJ also had a Disney Channel original movie called Cowbells. And furthermore, Aly Mashaka
Hi, I'm Allison Mashaka, and you're watching Disney Channel.
was one of the lead characters in Phil of the Future for 2 years. So they definitely left their mark on the Disney Channel. They need their flowers because Aly and AJ are still releasing fantastic music to this day, but we're only talking about the Disney Channel. So let's move on. Moving on to another strong contender, someone that I think a lot of people think about a lot.
I'm Ashley Tisdale, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Maddie in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. And then a year later, portrayed Sharpay Evans in High School Musical. In High School Musical 2, and the third one that was not on the Disney Channel. Ashley Tisdale was the voice of Candace on Phineas and Ferb, but we're not going to be talking about voice acting. Even though High School Musical 3 was not on the Disney Channel, Sharpay came back in Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure that was shown on the Disney Channel. So Ashley Tisdale was a part of the Disney Channel from roughly 2005 to 2011. Roughly 6 years. On top of that, Ashley Tisdale did have a great music career, but it was not under Hollywood Records, so even though some of her songs were promoted on the Disney Channel, they weren't as heavily promoted as other artists because she was under a different record label. However, she did appear on certain Disney soundtracks. Most famously, she sung a cover of Kiss the Girl from The Little Mermaid. However, it's also important to note that Ashley has had her finger in the Disney Channel honeypot because she's also produced other projects on the Disney Channel, such as Cloud 9 in 2014. She made her splash. Once again, moving on to a very strong contender for the Queen of Disney Channel.
Hey, I'm Miley Cyrus from Hannah, Montana, and you're watching Disney Channel.
The fact that Hannah Montana, the television show, was so big that that's basically the only thing Miley did on the Disney Channel speaks a lot to the success of the show. When we talk about all of these other actresses, they did several Disney Channel original movies, did 1 or even 2 different television shows. Miley only had Hannah Montana. And then also Hannah Montana, the movie that was in theaters, not on Disney Channel. That's how big it was. She also had the live movie where you could buy those like 3D glasses, one red, one blue, and you'd watch it on television. I think that was on Disney Channel. She was the first person with the Disney Channel that not only had a television show, but also had a record deal, was selling merchandise, and touring all at the same time. She was a juggernaut. The first Hannah Montana album went #1 on Billboard. That's how big it was. Furthermore, she released Meet Miley Cyrus, Breakout, and Can't Be Tamed. She was releasing Party in the USA. While at Disney Channel, she left such a big mark on the Disney Channel. She may be the queen, but let's keep talking. This person kept on digging and clawing their way into Disney Channel. They tried so many different avenues to finally get a spark on the Disney Channel, and it finally paid off after years and years of digging and clawing. Who am I talking about?
Hey, I'm Selena Gomez from Wizards of Waverly Place, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Selena Gomez has had several different guest appearances and also unaired pilots on Disney Channel before she landed the role of Alex on Wizards of Waverly Place. Firstly, Selena had a guest role in The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and also she played the recurring character of Michaela on Hannah Montana before Wizards of Waverly Place was even filmed. Even before Wizards of Waverly Place, she also filmed 2 different pilots. The first was called Stevie Sanchez, which was going to be a spin-off of Lizzie McGuire. She was going to play Lelane's younger sister, and the show was going to follow her life. Instead of picking up Stevie Sanchez, they picked up Hannah Montana. I would be mad if I was Selena. Secondly, they tried to do a spin-off of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, focusing on the character Arwen, and Selena Gomez was attached to that project. They filmed a pilot for it, but it wasn't picked up. Finally, she did a pilot for Wizards of Waverly Place, which was finally picked up and was mega successful. She finally got her claws into the channel. Selena Gomez also starred in the Disney Channel original movie Spring Breakers. She filmed Princess Protection Program with Demi Lovato, and then also there was a Wizards of Waverly Place movie, and furthermore, even after Wizards of Waverly Place ended, she came back for a TV special called Alex vs. Alex. I'm gonna say that she has been a Disney Channel darling from 2006 when she was first on Zack and Cody as a guest star up until 2013 when she did the TV special Alex vs. Alex. She was on the Disney Channel for therefore roughly 7 years. Furthermore, Selena Gomez released 3 albums, Kiss and Tell, A Year Without Rain, and When the Sun Goes Down. This was all a part of Selena Gomez and the Scene. She officially started being a soloist in 2013 with Stars Dance, at the same time that she was no longer with the Disney Channel. Selena Gomez was huge. When you think of the Disney Channel, she is one of the first people that comes to mind. So she's also in the running. Another person a lot of people think about when they think about Disney Channel.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Camp Rock. Hello? And you're watching Disney Channel.
She had an actually very short run on the Disney Channel. She was only there for about 3 years, but she left a humongous impact on it. In 2007, she got a role on As the Bell Rings, which was kind of this mini program that was played between ad breaks of Disney Channel programs. Then she auditioned simultaneously for Camp Rock and Sunny with a Chance and landed both gigs. Camp Rock was incredibly successful and put her on the map.
She's really good.
Then Sunny with a Chance was also a successful show, which I guess you would say ended prematurely after 2 seasons for reasons that we are all aware about. Additionally, she was also one of the leads in Princess Protection Program with Selena Gomez, and they released a killer song, one and the same together. Demi definitely stole the show on that song, let's just put it that way. Furthermore, she and the other golden girls of Disney Channel were in Disney's Friends for Change, and they all sung Send It On, and I love that song still to this day. It's so cute. And furthermore, she had 2 solo albums under Hollywood Records, Don't Forget and Here We Go Again, both fantastic albums. She probably released, in my opinion, the best music while a part of Disney Channel. But strangely enough, all of these projects that she was doing, she was so busy. She was only on the Disney Channel for like 3 years. A very, very short stint compared to when you look at Miley and Selena Gomez, and then Raven-Symoné that has been on it for 13 years. The fact that she had this very short but impactful period makes her a strong contender. Let's keep going. Around the same time that Demi Lovato came onto the Disney Channel also came...
I'm Debby Ryan from The Sweet Life on Deck, and you're watching Disney Channel. Oh, wait. That's better.
Who played Bailey on The Sweet Life on Deck. Furthermore, she starred in 16 Wishes, which is technically not a Disney Channel original movie, even though it was on Disney Channel, and also starred in Radio Rebel, which became a massive TikTok meme years later, and then finally had a second show where she played the lead, Jessie, in Jessie, till 2015. Debby Ryan was on the Disney Channel for 7 years, which is a long time compared to the other people that I've been talking about in this video. She also had music with a band, but it wasn't really affiliated with the Disney Channel, nor was it really promoted as such on the Disney Channel. When you look at Debby Ryan compared to these other people that I've talked about on this list so far, you don't really think of her at the same caliber or the same impact, even though when you put it on paper, she did 2 movies and 2 television shows that like in total ran for 7 years.
I went into the Disney Channel building and I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
We all know her name. She has an impact. Next on this list is...
I'm Bridgit Mendler from Good Luck Charlie, and you're watching Disney Channel.
who got her start as a recurring character on The Wizards of Waverly Place, playing a vampire. After that, she got the leading role in Good Luck Charlie, playing Teddy in 2011. So she was on the Disney Channel from roughly 2009 to 2014. Furthermore, she was signed to Hollywood Records and released an album, Hello My Name Is, in 2012, which had the hit song Ready or Not and Hurricane, another TikTok smash. Another strong contender on this list is
Hey, I'm Zendaya from Shake It Up. And you're watching Disney Channel. Looking good.
who got her start on the Disney Channel in Shake It Up, playing Rocky in 2010. Fun fact, Zendaya actually auditioned for the role of Cece, Bella Thorne's character, but ultimately became Rocky. While also on the Disney Channel besides Shake It Up, she also was in the movie Frenemies and Zapped, and then after Shake It Up ended, she then got a second show, KC Undercover, which I think she was a producer or executive producer of. She was in that bag. She was also signed to Hollywood Records, but she never released an album. She only released Replay, which was a big song for her. She was incredibly successful for the later stage of Disney. Finally, I'm going to talk about
I'm Deb Cameron from Liv and Maddie, and you are watching Disney Channel.
I think she is the nail in the coffin on Disney Channel. Dove Cameron started as Liv in Liv and Maddie. I don't remember who played Maddie, but who cares? Dove was the star. And then she was also in Liv and Maddie Cali Style, which was literally the same show. They just changed the name because I'm pretty sure they didn't want to pay the actors more money by continuing the show after 60 episodes. And additionally, while on the Disney Channel, Dove Cameron starred in Descendants and 2 and 3. So she did a lot of projects on the Disney Channel, and I think she is kind of considered the final big hitter of Disney Channel. She was on the Disney Channel for 7 years. That's a long run compared to some of these other people that I've talked about. She definitely has an impact on the channel. I want to quickly brush over other actresses that have been on the Disney Channel like Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo, but unfortunately, I don't think anybody would be saying that they are the queen of Disney Channel. They just weren't on it at the right time. They probably weren't able to do enough with the channel before it died. So, going through all of these people, looking at their resumes, looking how long they've been on the show, I think to me it seems clear who the queen of Disney is. And I think it's going to surprise you. The queen of Disney Channel is Brenda Song. Look, some of you may be thinking, what the hell? Raven-Symoné was on the Disney Channel for a total of 13 years and counting. She is still on Disney. But just looking at the Disney Channel, not diminishing anybody's work ethic on the channel, Brenda Song, I think, deserves the title. Because I think when you look at all of these people, the big ones like Miley, Selena, Raven, Hilary Duff, Brenda Song is overlooked, even though she has had a 10-year on the channel. She has done so many different movies, television shows, projects. She has always been a fan favorite. Everybody loved London Tipton.
London Tipton's really great, really great, really great. London Tipton's really great and deserves the opposite of hate with love.
Everybody loved Pass the Plate. That's the other thing too. She wasn't just doing the movies and the TV show, she was doing the commercial breaks. She was doing Disney's Friends for Change. She was participating in the Disney Channel games. She was showing out. She is the queen of Disney Channel to me, and that's all that matters for this video. Okay, tell me in the comments who you think is the queen of Disney Channel. If you disagree with me, why? Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi, I'm Raven-Symoné. Okay, ready.
Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Raven from That's So Raven and Cheetah Girls, and you are watching Disney Channel.
Very nice. All right, cool. Cut.
Cutting.